Hello, my name is David Sullivan Nesbitt. I'm in Horseshoe Bay, and it's July the 9th, 2019, about 5:15 in the afternoon. I'm in front of the office of MP Pamela Goldsmith-Jones. She's the MP, federal MP, of course, for West Vancouver, Sunshine Coast, Sea to Sky Country. Hello, Pamela. If I could take the liberty of calling you by your first name. Um, I feel like I know you a bit, and I feel like you know me too. And one day I would like us to be friends if we could. I am here on an important business matter, actually, that pertains to you as MP of this riding. In my Canada, in our Canada, you are an elected official, which means you still have power and you are still a member of the Canadian Parliament, and you are one of several MPs across the country who has control over how this country is run and which direction in which it's going. I want to let you know, Pamela, that today a charter violation was committed on Bowen Island. Bowen Island is a small island about a 20-minute ferry ride due west of Vancouver, and I understand it's part of your riding, so you have a right to know what just happened. Stephen Harper has just acted through the non-human, coked up, violent RCMP police to throw me off the island. I am a Canadian citizen. I have a right to travel anywhere in this country and gain employment and residency anywhere on Canadian soil. This right was just violated. Pamela, I have the video footage of my encounter with this violent cop and the threats that were made against me. I was threatened with arrest, that I would be thrown in Squamish jail, wherever Squamish is, and that my video equipment, this smartphone, is a breach of bail condition from the Yukon. If you look at the details of the bail condition for the egregious charges that were brought against me by the RCMP in the Yukon, I took a photograph, Pam, of a soccer ball. This is the honest truth. I took a photograph of a soccer ball. I took some photographs of a snuff film facility that was located in Whitehorse, where George Soros and many of his pals were raping and filming violent footage of women that were being sold on the black market, what are called snuff films. I took several photographs of that the evening before my arrest, and within 30 seconds, two RCMP cruisers were at the facility urging me to move forward. I had stated the next day around 12 o'clock in a tweet and a Facebook post that I was going to film the front of the facility, and within 3 hours I was arrested for taking a photograph of a soccer ball. The allegation was that I was harassing people at this school, including a teacher and several children. Well, we all know that all the humans fled during the Great Water Apocalypse. The whole thing was fabricated and made up and spurious. There were no charges that were of any countenance that should have been laid against me. The real reason was to confiscate my smartphone and preclude me from taking any filming of the George Soros snuff facility. That's what happened in Yukon. The condition is that I was not allowed to have a smartphone or any video or audio recording equipment in either Whitehorse or possibly the Yukon Territory, but that did not extend to British Columbia. This cop was using that, his liberal interpretation of the court ruling, to confiscate my phone, and I was threatened with arrest. I was threatened with harassment. I was threatened that this cop was going to constantly be on my ass the whole time until I left Bowen Island. If you take a look at the video footage, Pam, this cop was clearly not out for a tea party. Pardon the pun. This cop was clearly in a threatening, confrontational, aggressive manner, and I decided that for my own health and safety, it was better to just leave Bowen and come back to Vancouver, the concentration camp where I'm now held against my will. Pamela, I want you to clearly understand that a charter violation has been committed within the last hour on Bowen Island, which falls within your jurisdiction. You have a right to know this, and you have a right to know this for several reasons. Number one, the ongoing saga of Where's My Canada and the arrest against and the false imprisonment against me in this internment camp, which is now Vancouver. I fled Victoria's internment camp and now I'm imprisoned in Vancouver. That's one thing. And the second thing is, within your rights and your legal authority as a member of parliament, you, I presume, have the responsibility, the duty, and the power to take action against people in this country who violate the Charter. The Charter is the bedrock of this entire country from which all other laws flow. I am a Canadian citizen. There is no criminal record. There is no criminal charge against me based on any merit. I remind again as well, there have been 7 sets of criminal charges brought against me in the past 3 years by what I call, pardon my French, Pamela, the cunt clone cops of the RCMP, which is what they are. There have been 7 criminal charges brought against me, 5 of which have been dropped. I am confident the remaining 2, if there's a free court system and a judge that is allowed to act without pressure from outside sources, I'm confident the remaining 2 charges will be dropped without condition as well. Pamela, I asked you as a member of parliament to speak to the Prime Minister and do whatever you can for me to gain my freedom. I would like to be free, and I would like to be released from this Nazi state that I'm currently in, and I would like to be reunited with my sister, Kelly Dobson. I'll leave it at that. I will leave this with you, and I trust that you will act accordingly and will do your best to free me. One day I would like to have lunch with you, and one day I would like to be friends. Please help me.